look so happy.
You should have been there to share these moments with him.
We agreed. It's safer for Jake if no one knows the truth.
That's right, Carly. Jake is Jason's son. You are so bitter that he dumped you. No, he didn't dump me. He lied to me and betrayed me.
And you're so jealous of my friendship with him.
Well, it is not a friendship. I'm sorry, it's not. It's warped. You are a twisted, selfish, meddling bitch. You can't stand the idea of Jason being with another woman, even if it's just a friendship. You have had it in for me from the start.
No, I saw through you from the start. How many beds did you bounce from? Jack, Sonny, Jason, God, and to think you could have tied Jason down.
Oh, that's right. You're poor, poor, godlike Jason. You were thrilled when you found out that I couldn't get pregnant because you knew what a son means to Jason. And now Elizabeth, oh, holier than thou Elizabeth, who you just might dislike a teeny bit more than me, has given him the son he's always wanted. I mean, that's certainly something that you haven't given him. And he didn't tell you. His big best friend.
Look, he's holding the present you left him. Was this a bad idea? Bringing the pictures?
It's our son's first Christmas.
Yeah, but it's a reminder of all the moments you're missing.
That's why I want to see him. You know, even if I can't be with Jake, I need to know he's happy and safe and that I'm doing this for a reason.
I couldn't be that strong.
You are that strong.
I couldn't stand to be away from you.
I'm not going to let Jake suffer for the choices that I made. I mean, no matter how much I love him, no matter how much I try to protect him, you know he would suffer.
I don't want to believe that.
Well, neither do I. I mean, neither does any father, but I see it.
And Michael?
I look at Johnny Zakara, and I worry that I'm looking at Michael's future. It makes me know I do not want it for Jake. Reassures me that I'm doing the right thing. And being here with you, it makes it bearable for me.
It took me a little while to get over the shock, too. And with you and Jason being such BFF and all, I'm sure the betrayal you must be feeling is like...
There was a DNA test.
And you think Elizabeth is above lying? Really? I was there the night Jake was born. I saw that baby in Jason's arms. I heard him say the words, my son.
And you kept it quiet all this time.
Not out of the goodness of my heart. Trust me on that.
That's the truth.
It is all the truth. Every last word I can see you're being slammed by, and they did look like quite the happy family that night. And there I was on the outside. There was Lucky on the outside. And here you are, Carly. Most definitely not as inside the inner circle as you think, huh?
All I have to do is go to Jason, and he will tell me that this is a lie.
Will he? Or is he just going to keep on lying? Because after all, he and Elizabeth share something the two of you never will.
Get out!
With pleasure.
Get out!
Oh, I wish we had more time.
Me too. Look, if this is getting too complicated...
It's worth it. I might even come by alone and work on that sometime.
I just don't want this to be unfair to you.
It's not. In fact, it's the happiest I've been in a long time. And now, back to the real world.
absolutely not. Bobby's giving you too much candy already.
Hi, Pumpkin.
Cameron Weber, you put that back right now, or there will be no trains for an entire week.
Mommy.
Don't mommy me. Put it back. What are you doing here?
God, it's true. It's Jason's.
Okay, you need to leave.
You have a choice. You can talk to me in front of your children and they can hear what I think about you, or you can send them off to bed.
Cameron, it's time for bed.
But I'm not tired.
Now, please.
Fine.
For God's sakes, don't be down here when I get back. Upstairs, please.
So you think that's what this is all about, huh? I'm just using you to get back at my brother.
Yeah, don't take it personally, okay? I have trust issues. I'd convince myself of the worst until eventually I would kill what's ever good between us.
I wouldn't let that happen, Skye.
Couldn't stop me.
Go on, I understand the need to self-destruct. You don't trust that anything good is going to happen to you, and when it does, you destroy it. I did the same thing with Elizabeth. Thought it was my last chance.
Still could be. You almost died at that party at Windermere. Your brother saved your life with that transfusion.
Not because he wanted to.
Could you just tell her that Sonny called? Oh, yes, she knows my number. Maybe you should just go back. No, the situation with the Sakaras is at a tipping point. How am I going to
Sonny, I can run things.
And then there's a restraining order from that weasel who covers the whole island of Manhattan. The island that Kate is scared to come back from.
Is it because of what happened at the Metro Court?
No, it's because she knows that if she comes back, she's not going to want to leave. I'm more worried about her safety than she is about her own safety. And you know what? Especially now with
We can
everything
still
going on.
avoid an all-out war at this point.
Listen, Sakaras, the Ruiz family, Lorenzo Alcazar, you know, it's our world. She doesn't fit in. To my world, I don't fit into her world.
Then maybe you need to find somewhere you can be together.
I've been going back over the time since Jake was born. Even before, how Jason was so attentive to you, played the hero. He's known for a long time, hasn't he?
What does any of this have to do with you?
Besides the fact you used a baby to get your hooks into my best friend?
If you're upset because Jason didn't confide in you, it's because he couldn't. He wanted to keep this a secret.
Jason wanted to keep this a secret.
Yes. You know, we didn't plan any of this, Carly. He'd ended things with Sam. My marriage was falling apart.
Did you ask yourself why? Did you see this as a crisis? No, you saw it as a golden opportunity. You ran to Jason's bed so fast, you left a vapor trail. You took advantage of his kindness and his generosity.
Oh, please, you treat Jason like his life is open 24/7 for your
You
convenience.
can't stand that we're so
As if
close.
he has nothing better to do than deal with your petty differences.
I will make sure Jason sees you for who you really are.
Grow up, Carly. We have a baby's welfare to consider, not to mention Lucky and anyone else
You
involved.
trashed your marriage because you slept around on your husband.
Oh, this coming from you, the town whore.
I just got shot at, and we should be preparing to hit back, and you want me to take a vacation with Kate.
Sonny, come on, that's what
Well,
I'm
find
saying.
somewhere to be together. I mean, I don't have the luxury of the time.
Well, you need to make the time, or you're going to lose her.
What's been going on with you the past?
What's
couple
with
weeks?
me is the people who want to be together should get to be together. In our business, in our life, time isn't something you always get.
This is about Jake, right? His first Christmas. we made choices, the people we care about shouldn't have to suffer for them. Okay? Now, I admit, you know, there was a time when the families, the kids, women were exempt from all the violence, but that just went out the window with the Sakaras.
Anthony Zakari, he's done.
No, nothing's changed because Johnny has followed his father's footsteps, and he may be too weak to stand up to Trevor. Either way, we have.
Either way, we're gonna Sonny. Either way, we're gonna deal with this. Eventually, this is gonna end. You don't have to wind up with nothing.
Okay, you need to get out of my house.
You got pregnant on purpose, you hypocritical little slut.
If that's what you need to believe to accept the
Then you're all wishy-washy and scared about Jason's life.
Jason and I will have something you never will. We made a miracle.
You made a baby. Any bitch in heat could do that.
No, I gave Jason the son he's always wanted.
Yeah, and then you want him to keep it a secret so you can pull the wool over Lucky's eyes.
Well, he just got out of rehab. That baby was the only thing keeping him clean and sober. I wasn't gonna take that away from him.
Bull. You didn't want to tarnish your image as the angelical mother of two. The Cameron and Jacob Martin. Wow. You are pathetic. You were just like a pathetic high school girl writing her guy's initials all over her notebook. You gave the baby Jason's initials? You claim to be working on your marriage, but it's pretty clear the guy you really wanted. And you rub Lucky's face in it, no wonder why he found out.
How did you find out?
Does it matter?
Well, I can guess. There's only one person more vile than you who would take this information and do damage with it.
It's the only thing I could think about the entire time I was at work. Oh. Hey, you okay?
I think I just hate myself sometimes. Okay, look, sometimes, I do and say things that a part of me wishes I could take back, but the other part of me is really glad that I said them.
Yeah, you and the rest of the human race.
No, Lucky. I am not a good person. I'm not. I think I was at one time, or I don't know, maybe I was just a survivor, or maybe I just had the good sense to keep to myself.
Well, then I'm glad your good sense deserted you.
The trouble always starts when I let myself feel things that are left to other people.
Like love?
Yeah. And trust. And,
Do you really want to tell me what's going on?
no, you know, I don't. I just, I want you to hold me.
Did you see how quickly Lorenzo's death reared its ugly head, Rick? You saw why this would never work? Why it's too dangerous? There's way too much we'd use against each other.
But I'm willing to take the risk, okay? I'm willing to take that leap of faith. Skye, I have no illusions about this, okay? I'm not looking for you to save my soul or make me a better person.
The way you did with Elizabeth.
Yeah, that's why we were doomed from the start. I was driven to do things that I never thought that I was capable of. I'm not going to make that mistake again, all right? I'd rather be alone, okay? I was content with being alone, Skye. But with you, I see that I don't have to be.
You didn't want Jason and his dangerous life around your baby, so you took him away. You took Jason's son away from him.
It was Jason's idea to give up.
No way. He would never give up his son.
He did what he thought was best.
He
for
would
them.
never give up his child unless you whined and cried about it.
Jason actually put somebody else first.
You know, you're unbelievable. You get him into bed, and then you talk him into keeping this secret, even from me.
That's what really bothers you, isn't it? That you were left out of the loop. Huh? You pulled this off well. I'll give it to you. But now that I know, the farce is over.
Hold on. Oh, what do you want? You had to do it, didn't you? You had to go and make trouble.
What's going on?
Sam went to Carly and told her that Jake is really Jason's son.
No. No, I just want to know where Johnny is at all times, okay? Nobody makes any moves at all. Keep me posted.
I need to ask you a question.
Well, is this about you having a baby again?
No, it's about you having a baby. With Elizabeth. Is it true? Is Jake your son?